Yeah, drugs and alcohol and suicide rates are very high in Native American people. Did
Which
you?
I really don't like.
Yeah. Um. So, did you talk to your teacher about residential schooling?
I still need to do that. I neglected to remember to do that last time, I'm sorry. I've
No,
had a
just
lot
like
of school
just
stuff on my mind.
no, I like just like bring it up and see what she says about it. If she doesn't say anything about it, then you
Oh
obviously
no,
know that
it's
they're not being taught. Like the teachers themselves are not being taught.
so it's residential schooling.
Yeah.
Huh.
And
Did you?
also, no, my professor actually he went over there and like actually met those people for one of his case studies. He actually lived over there for a little bit.
Oh boy, did he eat whale blubber?
Nah, I'm pretty sure he just ate regular food.
Oh. Ask him if he tried bannock.
Bannock, I'll try that.
Yeah. Bannock. Thanks, phone. You know, I wanted the word sound, not should. I want the word sound, not should. Thank you. I love my phone's autocorrect. They're just like, oh, you mean this word? And I'm like, nah, bruh.
Wait, why
They're
is
like,
it
no,
correct?
they're just like, no, I'm pretty sure you mean this word. I'm like, no, I don't need that word. They're just like, yeah, but I'm pretty sure you need this word.
Why did it
Damn, autocorrect.
autocorrect to shit? Usually it autocorrects away from bad words.
It's it said should because I was just trying to put sound. It was like, oh, you want sound, but I think should would actually work better. It's like, no, please stop.
You know what I should do?
Should.
I should face the music, do the dance.
Oh, that also means that Vixen can't sing on YouTube either.
Not with that attitude.
I mean, copyright laws. YouTube just
Hmm.
loves those.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
YouTube is like, oh, you're. It's like YouTube's like, oh, you're singing a song. Copyright.
Prince was really bad at that. Bad with that. If there's some even like 2 seconds of Prince audio coming out of your radio, take down. Someone sings
Automatic
a Prince
takedown.
song during your video, take down.
Jeez. Isn't Prince dead?
Yeah, but while he was alive, he was awarded basic enemy of internet free speech because of all his takedowns.
Did anyone ever see that video when he like when he like sloughed off of Kim Kardashian when she went on stage with him?
Huh.
Sir Blader?
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you have the
What's
link?
going on?
Do you have the link for the test stream?
Oh no, I didn't. To be honest, I wasn't planning on staying too long after another 15 minutes. I got to get back to doing some studying.
Oh no, it's just a test stream. We're just trying to figure out how like things sound and everything.
Uh, uh,
It's in
I have
general
not
chat.
gotten onto it. Then I will check it out. You're in the general chat.
Your face is in the general chat.
Now I am just full of pain.
Oh jeez, I'm sorry.
Sounds like it might be a little bit quiet, but I'm not sure. Like for some reason, I sound reasonably volumed, but like you guys, like if you guys could say something.
Say something. Words.
Something. Words.
A lot
Alright, now I'll
complicated
listen to
words.
see how you guys sound here in a sec. Okay, you guys are a little bit quiet for me, or at least from what I can hear from the stream.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that too. I had to turn up the stream too. That's on Phoenix's side. So Phoenix is gonna have to turn up me and him.
You know what? I think we're all on Phoenix's side.
I sure hope so.
Lol.
I mean, what were you about to say, Phoenix?
Huh?
Phoenix?
What? I just laughing. Lol.
Ah, I was
He's
about to say. Actually, no, I forgot what I was about to say. How dare my brain betray me in my time of need?
Oh no.
I love when brains do that.
The only thing I can do is perform a coup d'etat. Wait, actually, I say that as if my brain was separate from me, but in the end, all people are just brains inside of meat robots.
True.
The the sound quality doesn't sound that bad. Are you still dropping frames?
Nope. I guess that's just when it starts.
Okay.
Yellow stream health though, so I might have to restart the internet.
Yeah.
That's the truest shame.
Actually, can you repeat that, Phoenix? Sorry.
So green is great health, red is bad health, yellow is could be better but not terrible.
Meh health.
So we's be running on low XP?
So right now it's running on yellow.
So what you're saying is we need to get out the good old, the good old motivation whip. Motivate the Wi-Fi better.
Motivate the Wi-Fi.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
The Wi-Fi whip, huh?
I mean, that's what bosses are for.
You're not the boss of me. I'm not
I'm not.
crying. You're crying.
Well, like I say to every child, put those tears back in your face.
I didn't pee my pants.
What, you just dropped water? You sprung a leak?
Yeah. The pipes are bursting.
You have so much love, they're just leaking out of you?
Yep.
Oh, actually, somebody on my Facebook shared it's actually an artist I follow. I think his name is Dante or something. He shared a podcast that Shadman actually guest starred in.
Ooh. I mean,
I didn't get to watch the full thing, but I actually like how like the entire podcast came about. Like they have they have a great opening and everything, and it just like he talks about how he enlisted himself in the military and how he got in trouble by the law. I'm going off by what Dante said. And it's just because of like everything that like he draws and everything, because we all know
Yeah.
Shadman.
Yeah.
We all know what he's about. So, and
that sweet degenerate man.
and I wanted to watch it more, but I was like dead tired, and I was like, like really sore and everything, and I just like just wanted to lay there and watch some Family Guy, and I was like, I like I like how like everybody's personalities work together, and
I mean, I know of a
I think
few podcasts that
yeah
he's been on.
this one's called Sleepycast or something.
Oh, Sleepycast. I know
Yeah,
Sleepycast.
yeah, it's like their episode 27, I think,
It has Oni and G, Psychic Pebbles, and
and
some other
Rice Pirate,
people. I'm pretty sure.
Rice Pirate,
Yeah, Rice Pirate.
and someone else. Yeah,
It might have been Lyle. I know that he pops up on that at times.
but yeah, it's it actually came together pretty well, and I started reading the comments, and I'm actually pretty surprised that a lot of people said that Chapman was very poetic. I wanted to watch more,
Yeah.
but I was like, man, I was like, I'm tired. I want to go to bed.
Yeah, he's extremely intelligent, but at the same time, people know him for his more controversial jokes.
Mm-hmm. But also, like a lot of people on the internet, they also give in with their fan base and stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen him pop up with some of Lyle Rath's streams.
Apparently, Shadman streams too, but I don't know where. I'm assuming Twitch or something.
Twitch, Shad Base Murder
Yeah.
TV or something.
Yeah.
I guess you could say that he's really joined in the stream of consciousness.
But if you think about it too, it's like you could also put him in that category of like Marilyn Manson, because if you think about it, Marilyn Manson is like an extremely weird dude, but he's also extremely intelligent, and like a lot of people don't like realize that.
I mean, yeah, they see the gossipy stuff first, and
Yeah,
then the actual stuff after.
they judge the outside first and their actions instead of actually Marilyn Manson used to study as a lawyer before he started singing.
Neat.
Ooh,
Yeah. I used to be such a big fangirl, and I wanted to know everything about
it's pretty cool stuff.
So, also, his name is Brian. Poor thing.
That's a lot less noticeable than Marilyn
Marilyn.
Manson.
I mean, for a guy like that, you would think like you would actually have a lot better of a name than Brian.
Marilyn Manson, the famous musician, at one point was Brian the lawyer.
Brian Brian O'Warren, the lawyer. The last name totally
From
just fits. The last name just fits.
like, if it were a
He sounds really.
different timeline, he would have the O'Warren law offices and be
Yep.
a moderately successful lawyer.
I mean, it sounds really Jewish, so just saying.
He wouldn't have the whole long tongue thing anymore.
That's Kiss.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I saw a thing. Wait, maybe I'm thinking. Kiss and Marilyn Manson have showed up on Family Guy before, so I
Yeah.
might
I
just
mean,
be thinking the wrong thing here.
Marilyn Manson also guest starred in Jawbreaker. I don't know if you ever seen
Ah,
that movie.
I believe I have. Speaking of which, I
He,
don't know how people fit those gigantic jawbreakers inside of their mouths.
yeah, no, I don't. Yeah. I mean, I have
I,
a big mouth, so so I'm just like,
I just imagine they
Yep, you
unhinged
do.
their jaw just to do it.
Did you just say I had a big mouth? Phoenix.
In my in in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with having a big mouth. It means that you just have loud ideas.
True.
Have you heard me get mad?
I have, well, sorta. I mean, I do remember a couple times when I heard you get a bit upset, but I don't know, like, exactly if those were your maximum anger.
Oh no. I think Phoenix might have heard my maximum anger. I'm not actually sure.
Anger to full maximum power.
Yeah, that's just the Indian in me.
All packaged in a small goblin-like container.
Yep. A little goblin, big voice. Oh.
Alright, I best head off and go back to doing some studying. I'll talk to you guys later.
Oh, hey, do you do anything on Saturdays?
Um, no, but I generally keep them. But, but like, now that I have school stuff going on, I have no idea if I'll be called in for
Oh, okay.
set for things like project stuff or doing any essays and stuff like that. I'll try to make any like podcast skits that I can, but no promises on being able to do it like regularly.
Okay, because I am looking for a fourth member. It just, eh,
Yeah, I gotcha.
yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, I stole your wallet.
I mean, I'm looking at my wallet right now. I have about like 3 of them that I use.
It's a ghost wallet.
Oh boy.
It's
I'm
made to
such a
look like your
weirdo. No,
wallet.
you know what's weird though? It's like I have a phone case that doubles as a wallet. I have a little tiny wallet that I keep for change, and then I have a big one that I keep for bills. I literally
Huh.
carry 3 wallets. And I have no idea why. Oh, excuse me.
It might be because you secretly feel as if you are a wallet. Down.
Eh.
And on that note, I leave you two. I hope you have a
Alright.
great night.
Alright, you too. Did he leave? I guess on a good note, my 1 month anniversary is coming up.
Cool.
Yeah. So, okay, so like everyone who's actually watching right now, um, the YouTube channel is going to be for miniseries. So, it's going to be more for topics that we want to talk about, but we don't actually have enough time. So the first mini series that we are going to be doing is East Asia culture. So we're going to be covering fashions, health and beauty, food, traditional values, folklore, and it's going to be basically everything from the common folk to the royal families. And then after that, our next one, I don't know when that will be though, but we're also going to be doing the 4 seasons. So the next mini series is going to be like um, spring, summer, fall, and winter. And then then for the regular shows, we're going to be doing them on Twitch. Also, how's the sound quality to you guys? All right. So today's test stream is basically just we're trying to figure out how things work and sound quality, if we're dropping frames and stuff, so honest opinions. Are you okay there, Phoenix?
I am.
Okay. Just adjusting yourself?
I turned the mic off so that I wouldn't be making noise on the stream as I looked for something.
Oh, your mic wasn't off.
Not on
Still
Discord
on.
side. No, sorry.
Okay. So Alan says that the sound is fine and there's no lag. So I guess we're pretty good. I guess it's just for when we first start up.
Yeah, I guess just as YouTube starts interpreting it.
Yeah. So that's fine, but also it just it gives us time because like we always gather around a certain time anyways, and then I was also thinking for the mini series because it actually lasts a lot. It's like we have a lot of stuff to cover. Maybe that we can actually start a lot earlier instead of like the 9:30 thing. Because Vixen does get tired pretty early because she is also on a schedule.
Yeah.
So it would make sense to start early. So at least this way we can actually put out more information and talk a lot more of our findings and stuff. Also for the second mini-series, like for the seasons, I was thinking for maybe like your guys, like everyone's local area and what they experience for seasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, because you probably experience a different winter than what I and Vixen like do, and then Vixen could experience winter differently than I do, and fall differently than I do. And then you can also experience summer differently than I do. So.
Yeah.
So
Lately,
it
winter's
would just,
been very dry. Just cold
Yeah.
and humid, but very dry.
Oh. I think right now we're going through fall and it's like really wet and gross and arthritis is kicking in because of the moisture. My house is very moist as well. I know a lot of people don't like that word, but
Moist.
moist. It's very well, it's not humid. It's not like humid is more of like hot and sticky and wet, but it's not humid. It's moist, it's cold, it's damp. And my house doesn't really have proper circulation, so it's like everything in my house is like, clammy, if that makes sense. Also, we have like, we have we have 11 seasons. Apparently, not because right now we're still in the double digits, but it's very cold. So like today it was like high of 10 Celsius.
Wow.
Yeah. And so my hands are acting up. I wanted to draw today, but my hands are sore.
The human body temperature is 37 degrees. 10 is pretty warm.
It's pretty cold here because
Oh.
like my hands are cold, and they're also really sore. The arthritis in my hand is acting up.
Ouch.
And unfortunately, that's my right hand, which is the hand that I use for writing and drawing. So, yay. Fractured my thumb when I was a kid playing football in the lake, and I feel that now. Oh, do I fucking feel that?
Football as in Canadian or football as in soccer?
Canadian. With the good old pigskin.
Ah.
Yeah. We were playing football in the at the lake there when I was like, I think I was like 13 or 14, and I went to go jump for the ball and it hit my thumb. And then my thumb went like all the way back and it started clicking. Then it swelled up a bit, but because we're in the middle of nowhere and nobody wanted to drive me to the hospital to see what was going on, and I just decided to trip it out. All I took was like painkillers, and that was pretty much it. Which I kind of wish I probably which I think I probably should have went in for that, you know, because like, it could have been like a hairline fracture, and I didn't even like know about it. And now I feel it, so yay.
Yeah.
There's also a weird bump too, like by my wrist, like where my thumb is. So, yay! The body. Fun. Oh, what was that a couple days ago? I think it was like 2, 3 days ago. So I wear these I wear these slip-on shoes, like slippers, I guess, or chocolates, as one would call them.
Hmm.
And it was raining outside, and like whenever those shoes get wet, they get really slippery, because the soles of the shoes are really worn down. And if it's like the slightest like the slightest water on the floor, like it would actually make it go flying. Like that's just yeah. So me and my cousin went to the store there, and then I slipped on a tiny patch of mud. I hurt my knee. Uh, all of my toes were muddy, and so I scraped my knee. And when we got to Tim Hortons there, because we went to go get coffee and everything
Sweet.
before it shut down,
Aw.
and then they close at 12, like at night,
Oh.
because it's a bad area, so a lot of people like to go there and shoot up and do a lot of bad things. So we went there before 12, and then I slipped on, I slipped, and then trying not to fall again, and I didn't even realize that I cut my toe. I was because like it's just like how bad like it's not even like the worst scrape ever, just more like, you know, like the first layer of skin that you scrape off, it hurts. And so because of that, I was more concerned about my knee. And then my cousin happened to look down, and she's like, "Oh," she's like, your toe's bleeding." And I looked down, I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Man," I was like, "I don't give a shit about that." I was too concerned about my knee. It was like all the pain from my knee canceled out like my cut on my toe. And I just didn't even care. I'm extremely clumsy.
Uh.
It's like I have too much weight on top. If you know what I mean. Like you've seen pictures of me,
Yeah.
you know exactly what I'm talking about. I have way too much weight on top, so I'm very top heavy. Which is probably the whole which I'm assuming is probably the whole reason why I'm so clumsy. Like in the winter, I'm always falling. It's just like it never fails. I'm always hurting myself. Last year, I really messed up my knee, and then like my knee was swollen. I think I might have actually bruised the bone because it was very sore after, and it's like, and then had like a big nasty bruise on my like on the skin that lasted a lot longer than it should have. And then it was just, and yet it was weird because like the year before that, I fell around the same time, same knee. But what ended up happening was that the outside steps were slippery because they were concrete before they changed them to wood. And then I happened to slip off the top step when I left the house, and I ended up landing at the bottom step, and I landed on my knee pretty hard. And then my dumbass decided to walk after. So common sense is that when you hurt yourself, you're supposed to take care of it at that moment, right?
Yeah.
That's common sense. My dumbass was like, "Oh, I'm fine. It's okay. You know, like it's just like that stinging pain that just lingers there for a bit. It's fine. It's whatever." Until I got to my grandmother's house and I looked at my knee, and my knee was swollen. It was like I had no kneecap whatsoever.
Oof.
Like that's how swollen it was. It was like literally part of my leg. Like I had no knee. And then I looked at it, and then I looked at my grandmother. My grandma was like, she was like, "Oh, what did you do?" And I was like, "I fell." And then she was like, "I could see that." And I was like, I started thinking in my head, I was like, man, it's like I should have like went back inside.
Hmm.
But it was like I walked for like half an hour, not thinking that I probably could have like caused a lot more damage than I should have.
Ouch. One here
Yeah,
is
so every
sorry.
no, 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 continue. Sorry.
Oh, I have a bit of a scary story about, I guess, being top heavy. So in middle school, I was pretty much a few blocks away from my house.
Hmm.
My bag was a little heavy. One day walking home, I had to cross the street when suddenly I lost my balance with that heavy backpack on and fell over in the middle of the road.
Oh, oh, I hate when that happens. Were there cars coming?
Thankfully, no. But if someone had come up on short notice, I could have been run over.
Could have. No, it's like every year I always fall like on ice and everything. Just love winter. It's fun. That's why every year I always have to make sure that I have my fake leg. Or, as you guys call it, is a leg brace, I think.
Maybe.
But I just call that a leg brace. I call that my fake leg.
Fake leg.
Yeah. I'm just like, I forgot my leg at home. And like everybody like automatically knows what I'm talking about. But because I have thick legs, that thing is extremely tight on me, and I'm just like, oh. So it like kind of cuts off the circulation. I'm just like, man. Oh, good news though. I am slowly losing weight. So I guess that's good. Not as much as I want to, but at the same time, it's kind of like I want to lose like a certain amount of weight, but not too much, you know what I mean?
Underweight is just as bad as overweight.
I mean, overweight is kind of like you look healthy, you look like you're eating at the same time, you also look unhealthy at the same time, you know what I mean?
Me.
Because people automatically just like, oh, that person eats junk food, and it's like, normally that's not, like, for some people it's not the case, it's just like, they're just naturally thick, you know? But it's like, I'd rather be fat than, than look like I'm sick. Did I show you that picture of, like, the whole 10-year difference?
Don't know.
It was, like, a picture of me when I was, like, really thin, and then a picture of me, like, it was, like, last year.
Guess not. Huh.
No? Okay. Hold on, I'll send it over right away. I think I still have it if I didn't delete it. There you go, I sent it over.
Huh.
Hmm. You see that?
Still pretty. Eh. But yeah.
I went from really thin brown to... It's like I lost my pigment.
So much skin, so little pigment.
Mm-hmm. That's what my cousin said too. She was like, she was like, "You're so brown. It's just because you stretched out." I was like, man. And also, the new allergy to the sun.
Ouch.
Yeah. Which is stupid because, like, I'm allergic to the sun. I get hives from the sun. I get, like, those stupid sores on my skin. Which this year they did scar, so it looks gross.
Huh.
But I think that's because, like, they were itchy as well. So, like, scratching and that's the cause of scarring. Those good old things that your parents tell you as kids. Like, don't scratch at that, or else it will scar.
Don't place a
Which is
sample.
stupid, because...
Sorry.
Huh?
Don't
No,
place the dog's body in a circle on the floor with upside down crosses.
what? What the hell? Is that what you did?
Nah. Just going for a short example.
Oh. It's stupid because, like, I'm allergic to the sun. Then I also discovered that I'm allergic to sunscreen. Because I thought it would be, like, a great idea to, like, just, just wear sunscreen, right?
Huh.
So, just... Hold on, I just got a message. I can't talk and type at the same time. Or else I end up typing what I'm actually saying.
Yeah.
So...
The I hear sirens.
Yeah, it's that time of night.
Sounds about right.
That's what happens when you live, behind a really busy street. So, I live behind the bars on Main Street. So you can imagine what that all ensues. Also, I start school next week.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to school. I'm becoming a educated person. Education. That's great. So hopefully I don't do horrible this year. I'm gonna try to keep up with all the work that I'm given. Try to.
Better than not trying to.
Yeah, I have a lot of homework too that I didn't even start. So, oof, a lot of science stuff. Oh, what
That's what I was
does
looking.
that say?
It still works.
Oh, yeah, I guess it still works
My
because
art,
I saw it.
my art equipment still works.
Yep. I mean, I haven't drawn in a while, but also at the same time, it's like I've been trying to enjoy my holiday, you know? Because like the summer classes were pretty hectic.
Uh,
Whew. It was just like work upon work upon work upon work upon work, and it was just like getting overwhelming, you know?
yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like getting messages.
Uh,
My teacher inboxed me. They're supposed to start school Monday, but I guess it's an in-service all over the city.
hmm.
So I guess we actually start because we're supposed to start on the 16th, but she said that the 16th is an in-service, so I start on Tuesday.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have much to talk about today.
I have a lot to talk about. It's just random bullshit, though.
Valid.
I mean, I haven't really talked to anyone except for the SO.
Hmm.
So,
Ah, cool.
except for the significant other. Man, that really irks me that Rabbit is down.
Yeah.
It was just like they were doing so good and then all of a sudden they're gone. It was like it said that they were taken over by Cast, KAST,
Hmm.
but yet it's not compatible for cell phones. So it's kind of like ugh, you know.
That's dumb.
Oh, hello?
Hello?
Oh, okay. I'm hoping these mini series actually end up working out.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean it's different, you know.
Yeah.
I know it's like it's more work for everybody else, but it's kind of like, you know, everybody does their share. I think you do more of the heavy lifting than everybody else does, though.
Yeah.
With the whole stream and thing. Which I appreciate your existence for that. Hey, yeah. And then also, next week, I guess, or we can do it on stream day. We can talk about, to get ready for the miniseries, you know?
Mhm.
Because I did tell Vixen to take the reins on it, but she hasn't gotten back to me, which I do understand. It's like she started school and it's, you know,
Yeah.
she's probably pretty busy with a bunch of projects and stuff, so. But, because she hasn't really gotten back to me, because she knows more about this stuff than we do. Um, and like I did tell you, each individual will be taking reins on a certain topic that you feel comfortable with. So I feel comfortable with the whole health and beauty and spas, like you know the bathhouses and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel comfortable with that one. That one I'm going to be taking the reins on. So going to be working on the floor plan for that. I also did find my book. So I put them under my mattress, which I don't normally do.
What are you, a wealthy person who fears being robbed?
I don't know. I don't know why I put it underneath there. It was just under my mattress. I was like moving things around, and I went to go wash my bed skirt, and then it was underneath there, and I was like, oh, that's where it is. I was like, okay, that's all right. Unless I was having one of those like weird days where I was like putting random stuff everywhere. We all have those days.
Yeah.
Just being weird. So I ended up doing that, and I was just like, oh, okay. Just those random days. So I guess I'll put more notes in there and see what happens. Actually, the first topic I was I'm kind of dreading for the whole mini series is the fashion, because you know that's a lot to cover. Oh boy. Also, did you say which one that you were going to be doing?
I know a little bit about the history of China's three kingdoms, a bit about various East Asian creatures, both mythical, not so much. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. So folklore will be one episode because that's a lot of folklore.
The Three Kingdoms was a period of division within China, in which the people for almost 3 centuries fought wars over who would rule the entire land.
Yeah.
did study a bit of Japanese when I was younger, but at the same time, I doubt people would want to be lectured on how to speak Japanese.
Yeah.
Actually, some people would, but I don't know if they'd be people we want. I
Oh,
don't
wait.
know what kind of people would attract if we advertised that, you know?
You know what I completely forgot about?
What?
The food. Ah.
The food. Yum.
Huh?
Yum.
I know, it just... So we have... So we have wardrobe, health and beauty, / spas, traditional values, and then folklore. So traditional values would be like the festivals, you know what I mean?
Ah.
Like, what the common folk can and can't do, what, like, you know, the emperor can and can't do, and his, like, concubines and stuff, you know? The do's and don'ts, you know, like how, like, they celebrate things, and how, like, you know, the common folk celebrate things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, so my understanding is that they have the Star Festival, and then they also have the Cherry Blossom Festival. And that's, and also some do, tea ceremonies, to my understanding.
Yeah, that's the thing I keep hearing about, but never actually
Yeah.
looked up.
Yeah, I never really looked into it. It's just more of, like, what I'm, like, getting from, like, you know, shows and what I'm hearing from other people. So it's more of, like, just, you know, what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. So I could be wrong. Or they could be calling these festivals something different, but as far as I know, so, like, traditional values, you know, just, like, stuff like that, what they do for those festivals, like, traditional values. But the thing that I didn't think about was the food. Because food is very important. Doesn't matter what culture you come from, doesn't matter what you believe in, food is very important. Some foods are traditional, some foods are modern, some foods are only eaten during certain things. You know, just like how we have Christmas and Thanksgiving and Easter and stuff. So it's just like, we eat certain foods at, like, certain times a year. And some foods are only available at certain times a year, so we eat those. So that's another thing that I didn't actually think about, was the food. So that also adds another category to our mini-series. So this is going to be like a 5-part series now? Ugh. Which shouldn't really be too hard, because, like, we know a lot of the food already. So, like, ramen, you know, seafood, kimchi, and, like, sushi and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of the foods that we know, and also rice is also very common, and so it's more of a, you know,
It's basically Asia's version of corn.
yeah. Which, honestly, I've been finding that corn is being more expensive nowadays. I don't know about you, but I've realized that a lot of things are becoming more expensive.
Hmm.
They didn't have planes and cars back then. Or it's either that, or each episode would throughout the ages. Or would that be too?
Uh,
Hello?
sorry, computer lagged for a bit. So something about cars.
Okay, hello?
I got you said about everything getting more expensive, and then you mentioned something about cars and computer lagged for a bit.
Yeah, no, my Wi-Fi's acting up.
Uh,
But yeah, no, I was thinking like, because like fashion is not, it changes throughout the years.
yeah.
So maybe doing that, like I guess like period wise.
Hmm. I actually learned an interesting thing about Japan's how
About?
mechanical pencils affected Japanese communication.
Oh,
And it's a really nice. It's not very long though, so it'd probably be best saved for the stream.
no, that's fine.
Say it here then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, so you know how there's this really cute style of writing that appears in children's anime or stuff about small animals or at children's or girls' stores?
Yeah. Are you talking about the
That
kawaii
cute,
stores?
that cute, almost bubbly, round, welcoming, warm style of text.
Yeah. Yeah.
It got it. It got its start from mechanical pencils. Girls would use that style of writing because mechanical pencils enabled them to write very, very precisely, and therefore they use that childish form of writing as a weapon against the conformity of the schools they were in.
Oh. Yeah, I always wondered.
What?
So you know how like every region like of the world is different, right?
Yeah.
And how a lot of people eat differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like some cultures use their hands, some cultures use like knives and forks, some use chopsticks.
Hmm.
And so to me, it's kind of like who was the first person to actually create the chopsticks and actually made it, like an everyday essential utensil in the house.
Yeah.
Because before they got westernized, correct me if I'm wrong for using that term. Before they got westernized, they were still using chopsticks, and then they were introduced to like the knife and fork. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it always has that one person who like made something, then it became a big thing. So that's like one thing that I'm also like curious on learning.
They always had spoons, though. Soup has always been a big thing in their society.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it too, it's like soup is cheap, and it's very common in the poor. If you think about it.
Huh.
Because like you can like boil bones and everything, and you can just add whatever you want to it. You know. So it's very like a very inexpensive meal, and also if you eat a lot of people, you could also store it away too. If stored properly, you can still eat it the next day. You know.
Yeah.
It's also very filling. So I can actually understand that it's more of like a money thing. The thing that I do know about the Asian culture is that they were determined on their skin. So like their status, you know what I mean?
Dark skin is.
So if you so
Sorry.
yeah, so if you had dark skin, you were considered a field worker and you were very poor. But if you had porcelain like light porcelain skin, you never worked a day in your life, right? So that also represented that you had money.
Yeah, sucks to be a dark-skinned Asian, kind
Mm.
of, because no matter how much sun you avoid, you always look poor.
Yeah. And then you always get like the people in the palace who like never seen like a work in their life. So you always like they always have that pale like porcelain skin that's flawless.
Yeah, these days it actually has a bit of a cultural bias against dark skin if you aren't African, for the reason I just mentioned.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. So if I was to go there, they'll be like, "Oh, you're poor," and I'll be like, "Oh man, hey, you right?"
Like, even if that money bias isn't there, it's kind of the bias has been around long enough that pale skin is beautiful. That if you look
Yeah.
Asian and your skin is dark, they'll judge you on your skin color, even if they don't realize it.
Which have you ever seen those like videos on Facebook, like with those like with those Asian women doing their makeup and stuff, or they're just they're like taking it off.
Huh. I haven't really used Facebook much aside from keeping tabs on a few people that I'm friends or family with.
Yeah, I watch these videos on Facebook and they're like makeup tutorials and stuff, and it's just ugh. The amount of makeup that they put on. It's just like so like it kind of like it's I'm in the middle because it's like they look nice, you know, like the fact that they actually have that like artistic skill, but at the same time, it's kind of like, why are you doing that? You know,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
I'm guessing they're going to a great deal of work just to look beautiful for the day.
I mean, it's like it basically goes with the whole like pale skin thing. It's like some of these women like
Hmm.
these women are dark, but yet it's like they would rather like basically plaster on white paint on their face. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's kind of like we live in a different era. We live in a different age where we don't really care like how porcelain you look anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm kind of going a little feminist here, but it's just more of like because of like how strict society is over there, you know? It's just eh.
Nothing to be ashamed of being concerned about.
I mean, it's just more of like, you know, when they get to a certain age, they're gonna be like, oh, like I don't really need to do that anymore, you know?
It's recently that Japanese schools stopped requiring students who didn't have black hair to make their hair darker.
Oh, there was an anime about that too. Have you ever watched the anime Citrus?
No.
No, it's basically like two stepsisters,
Hmm.
you know, liking each other and stuff, and it's a pretty risque anime, but you know,
Yeah.
it's basically it's you know, it's anime. Can't really blame them. We all know what they're about. But basically, it's just like this girl goes to a different school, and like her hair is blonde and everything, and yet she is told by the school that she can't have hair like that. That she needs to dress like a certain way. She needs to be like a certain way, and because she went to a school where it was like it wasn't really like forced upon, you know, to have like lighter hair or to have like like cute bubbly things on her bag or the way
Hmm.
she dresses and her makeup, like it didn't really matter. But then she ends up going to a new school, and it's like the student council was like, no, you can't do that. Like, your hair's too late. Like, you can't wear a uniform like that. Like, you need to get rid of those bubbly things. And she's like, no. She's like, the hell, no. Like, stop.
Huh.
You know what I mean? So it basically it basically shows like a glimpse into like what schools are like over there. Like how some schools are very strict with their dress code.
Yeah.
Like I can kind of understand that it's like respectful, you know, like they're basically being taught like, you know, how society is basically ran.
Taught
You
how to
know?
live in a society that praises you for how well you blend in with everybody else.
Yeah. So it's just like they don't want people who are unique, but yet at the same time, it's kind of like you can't really limit someone's creativity. You know, it's like if you want to dye your hair, then do it. If you want to like put on makeup, then go ahead. You know,
Yeah.
if you want to have like little buttons on your suitcase, then go right ahead. It's like you can't really limit someone's way to express themselves. So having schools like that is basically telling the kids like you can't express yourself. You can't do this. But yet a lot of kids actually go to school and that's where they actually express themselves the most because some homes their parents don't allow that, you know? So they actually express themselves they express themselves out in public. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if some kids who are going through that at home, it's like they want to go to school and express themselves, be who they really are, but they can't, so they're just stuck in this bland rotation of like gross society, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Could have used different words, but you know, it's Basket. She explains stuff stupidly. Yeah. But it's just kind of it's like that, you know?
Yeah.
Because when I was going to school, like the only way I can actually truly express myself was in school. Because the foster homes that I was in, they looked down upon me for the way I dressed, for like the music I listened to, for like the things I read. So it was just more of like it was like the only place I could truly be myself was at school. If I went to a school that said no, you can't do that, like, it would just oh, it would just be one big disaster after another. You know what I mean?
Kind of like how Japanese schoolgirls back in the 60s or 70s, when the mechanical pencil came out, wrote in this cute, bubbly form of writing that has since become associated with cuteness, but back then was considered rebellion,
Yeah.
considered illegible even.
And so it's more of like.
I'm listening to the stream as well, and it seems like my mic is picking up way too much sound around it.
Oh, I'm not even sure about my mic, honestly. Is it picking up my movie in the background?
All I'm hearing is you.
Oh, okay, cool. Good.
However, my mic's not just picking up me in front of it, but the echo behind it and around it.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with it.
I'm trying to up the professionality. So things
Uh,
like that I'm taking note of.
yeah. I mean, we've all watched enough podcasts and streams to know what's professional and what's not. So, like I do, but it's more of like, you know what? Like I don't can't really be me if I can't do that, you know?
You sound pretty good.
Yeah.
If anything, the only thing that would possibly ruin what you'd be saying would be as if you had Wi-Fi problems of any sort.
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
Can't really help that, so.
This is a good test stream, wasn't it?
Yeah. Wonder how well it would work for games. I'm pretty sure it would work pretty well, but at the same time, you told me that you were having computer issues?
I've been having, yeah, I guess computer age issues in which not so much that it's outdated, but that my computer's been set up so long that apparently there's a lot of stuff there's a lot of stuff leaving print on my computer even if I just turn it on.
Yeah. Well, time to do a big clean out, I guess.
Every week I've been doing it.
Oof. Well, I mean, you probably have like a lot of stuff on there too that you probably think that you need, and then it's probably just storing up.
Lots of hobbies, lots of games, and just regular things that happen to leave prints so that they can
Yeah.
resume function later. I can honestly say though, a condenser, one of those boom mics, are useful, but I should probably try to get one that only receives audio from one direction. There'd be less.
How's your mic set? How's your mic set up?
It's a crane unit that I point it in the direction that I'll be talking from.
Oh, okay. Because I've seen some people make like little contraptions for their mics so they don't pick up like anything else around it.
Hmm.
So it's like, I guess like a little soundproof room for their mic, but they leave one section open so they can actually talk into it, you know?
Yeah, I've been wondering how I would build such a thing.
I mean, I've seen someone just use like just an old small box that they just like propped up on their mic. Oh boy, I hear prescriptions.
Allergy pills.
Allergy pals.
Ye.
Pals.
I don't need them. I'm just looking at the box the pills came in.
Yeah. Well, I've seen someone use like a small old shoe box and they just cut it in half. So I guess if you could make that, I guess it might help. It might not. At least I guess like a little soundproofing room for it. But you know.
That cardboard noise is pretty much cutting open a hole in the box the pill bottle came in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Only a test stream anyway. Better?
What'd you end up using?
A box used to store 2 bottles of pills.
A little soundproof room. Oh.
Wow, so that's what you hear when I adjust my mic.
Yeah. So now do you see what the frustration whenever you start streaming with us?
Yeah.
Just like, oh, what are you doing?
That's why I mute myself before having to adjust it.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. Like, if like we're streaming and you end up adjusting, that's kind of like, you know, it's whatever.
It happens, right?
I mean, from the streams that like I've seen, it's more like I've seen so many people like move their mic and adjust themselves because they're sitting in a place for so long, you know.
Fair point.
Yeah, We're humans of movement. We're supposed to be moving 24/7. Ah! I dropped the phone. Whoa. That was just out of nowhere.
Podcast.
Oh, okay.
Testing.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Clearer?
Yep. Do you sound a lot better on stream now?
Less echoey, less hollow.
Yeah. See? It's gotta soundproof your baby. There you go.
Yep. Distance testing.
Mm-hmm.
No echo on the distance testing.
Nope.
Oh, I learned something that's kind of saddening.
What?
So basically, a brand of product that I grew up with, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Some company bought the company that made the brand and didn't continue it.
Oh.
Whereas it was a brand my grandmother would often purchase from. So
Oh, jeez.
sad.
Yeah, also it was sad.
But
The fact that the States doesn't carry Kinder eggs.
yeah,
Mm.
they carry Kinder Joy but not Kinder Surprise because her, I'm going to eat this entire thing. I don't think there's any toy inside here.
Wouldn't that be like bad parenting anyways, letting your kid just like take a chomp out of an egg?
Yeah.
It's just like I don't actually understand. It's like I've grown up on Kinder eggs. Like I've seen like other kids like eat Kinder eggs and they automatically know like to open the egg and like make the toy. I've never ever seen a kid like take a Kinder egg and just like chomp on it and like try to eat the toy.
Yeah, wouldn't most people even realize, hey, I should stop this once they find the toy?
I mean, you would think like a kid would have common sense, you know, just a little bit. It's like, oh, look, a plastic yellow thing in my chocolate.
This toy does not taste very edible. I do not think I will swallow it.
I mean, I can understand like little babies, you know, like 1-year-old and 2-year-olds. I can understand that, but like, you know, toddlers and children, you know, it's just kind of like, what's wrong with you? I'm not saying that kids are stupid. It's more of like, do you not see that it's like not edible? It does not taste good. It should not go in your mouth. It's like you open it, you see what's in there. Like, it's not candy. Like the uh.
Hey, there's a really nice looking plastic truck in my chocolate. I'm going to eat it.
It's like, I'm gonna put it down my throat and hopefully I don't die. Oh shoot, I'm dying. Oh, well, crap. Ugh, common sense.
Yeah, not very common anymore.
People. Nope. Hey.
I should probably get to bed soon.
Yeah.
But this was a fun first stream.
Yep. No, that we're no longer on hiatus.
If good test.
Mm-hmm. So now that we know that everything works.
We probably won't be able to do the chat log thing on YouTube unless I.
Yeah.
Unless I figure out how to do account joining on the program.
I mean, if we don't, it's fine. We still have like the live chat.
Yeah.
A lot of people on YouTube don't even have it on their stream, so on the screen. So not like we just got to keep more vigilant on the live chat. So
Yeah.
and then we just have to spam the crap out of the YouTube account.
Yeah.
Gotta get that following. We've been up for a couple days now, huh? And yet we already have nine subscribers, so that's pretty good.
One day, well, it took a day for the streaming to be enabled.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So that's actually not that bad. So I guess we can end the stream now.
All right. Boy.
Boy.